How to make an easy automatic bonemeal farm in Minecraft. These are the resources you will need for this farm. So anyways, let's get into it. Alright, so the first step to this farm is to place yourself out a double chest, then behind this double chest and place yourself 2 hoppers going into this chest from the back. Then go above these hoppers and place yourself 2 composters above these hoppers, and then place yourself 2 more hoppers looking into these composters from above. After you've done this, set behind what you've built so far and then place yourself 2 blocks behind these hoppers, then count 2 blocks going backwards, 1, 2, and then place yourself 2 more blocks right here, within 2 more blocks behind these 2 blocks. Then after you've done this, you will now have to stand in between the 2 blocks you have in between right here, and then place yourself 2 sticky pistons above these blocks right here. Then you will also have to break out the blocks you have in between these 2 blocks by 2 more blocks going downwards, and then place yourself 2 more sticky pistons in here. Then after you've done this, go to the right side of the farm and then break out the block you have right here and the block you have right here, so these 2 blocks. And then you will also have to break out the 2 blocks you have under the first 2 blocks you place behind these hoppers, pretty much like this. Then after you've done this, place yourself 3 redstone dust right here, so place yourself 2 redstone dust under these 2 blocks and then 1 more to the left. Then place yourself a redstone repeater looking into this final redstone dust you placed, and make sure to turn this on to 2 ticks, as in tapping it once and outlay the second redstone torch should move 1 block to the right. So anyways, after you've done that, you will have to place yourself 1 more redstone dust above the block that's behind the redstone repeater, and then place yourself 1 more redstone dust to the right and then 2 redstone dust above these blocks, and these redstone dust should be looking into these 2 sticky pistons right here. So after you've done this, place yourself 2 sand blocks above the bottom sticky pistons you have right here, and then 2 sand blocks right behind the composters. So anyways, after you've done this, we will now have to start building a tiny wall around this farm. So first you place yourself 3 blocks to the right side of these hoppers and composters you have right here, so 1, 2, 3, and then expand this by 2 more blocks going backwards, pretty much like this. Then do the same on the other side, so place yourself 3 blocks right here and then 2 more going backwards. Then anyways, after you've done this, you will also have to place yourself 2 blocks going upwards above from each of these sticky pistons. So now you should have the sticky pistons and then 2 blocks above each of them. So anyways, what you will have to do now is head to the left side of this farm and then place yourself 3 blocks in a V shape like this. Then on the front side of this block, place yourself a lever, then place yourself a redstone torch under this block right here, and that should be right under the block that has the lever on it. Then place yourself a redstone repeater looking away from the block that has the lever on it, and then finally a redstone dust behind here, as in right behind the block that has a redstone torch on it. And after you've done that, the redstone should be flicking on and off. And if the redstone is not flicking on and off, make sure you're building all of this out of solid blocks, so not glass, not slabs, make sure you're using solid blocks. And also make sure you build this correctly. But anyways, what you can do now is simply just turn this off temporarily by flicking this lever. So anyways, what you will have to do now is expand the redstone dust we have right here by 2 more redstone dust going backwards, and then expand it 1 more to the right, so you should now link up the redstone dust we have right here with the redstone you have behind the pistons right here. And once you do that, the pistons will of course be extended, and that should reach the sand, and the sand you have at the bottom right here will be pushed upwards. So anyways, what you will have to do now is get on top of this farm and then place 2 more sand blocks above where the piston arm extends, pretty much right here, and then also place 2 building blocks right behind these hoppers above the sand you have right here. So anyways, after you've done that, you will now have to expand the walls you have on the side right here by 3 more blocks going upwards. So 1, 2, 3, do the same on this side, 1, 2, 3. Then in the back right here, you will now have to place 2 normal pistons above the blocks you have right here, so these should now be 2 blocks above the sand. Now after you've done this, you will now have to look at the top block in the back we have right here, and then place 2 staircases going out from that block, and these staircases should pretty much be 1 block in front of the pistons and 1 block up. And then after you've placed these staircases, place 2 solid blocks going out from each of those staircases. So anyways, then go 2 blocks in front of the piston and place a sign on the wall block right here. So 1, 2, place a sign right here, then do the same on the other side, 1, 2, pretty much like this. So this sign should be in the middle of all these wall blocks right here. Then after you've done this, you will also have to cover up the front right here with the glass, but you can leave the 2 top glasses because we're going to need to place some kelp right here. So anyways, then simply just waterlock both of these staircases, and if you place the staircases correctly, no water should flow backwards. And then after you've placed in that water, place out 2 kelp, as in 1 kelp above each of the sands, and then you can simply cover up the last of the glass in the front right here. Alright, so after you've done that, we now just have 1 tiny small step before this farm is done. And that step is to head to the left side of this farm and then place a redstone torch going out from the bottom piston you have right here, jump above this farm and then place 2 observers while looking at this redstone torch. So 1, 2. Now both of these observers should have a little arrow facing upwards. Then the final step is to place 1 redstone dust above this observer and then 2 more redstone dust to the right. Now you should have redstone dust on top of both of these pistons. Oh, and we actually have 1 more step which I forgot to mention earlier, and that is that you will also have to turn this repeater right here onto 2 ticks, as in tap on it once. And now they have done this, the farm is actually ready to be used. So to turn the farm on, all you will have to do is flick this lever, and as you can see, the farm will now start producing lots of kelp, and the kelp will of course be pushed by the pistons into these hoppers, which will then send the kelp into these composters, and as you can see, they're filling up, and once they're filled up, they will make bone meal, as you can see. So yeah, now you can just stand around and get yourself lots of bone meal, as you can see. So anyways guys, that is it for this one, and that is how to make a very easy and very efficient bone meal farm in Minecraft. So anyways, thanks so much for watching, and hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions about how this works or anything like that, feel free to leave the questions down below and I'll try to answer as quickly as possible. So anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.